Hi there, it's Beauty Junkie. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm getting into some Shiseido products. I picked up their #1 serum, the Ultimune Power Infusing Concentrate. I have the 30 ml, and then of course I went to TJ Maxx, and for much cheaper I got a 75 ml size. This is a pricey serum step that goes on early in your routine, and we're gonna get into it. I haven't used too much of it yet, but I'll give you my first impressions. I'll show you what it looks like on the skin. And then I also picked up this primer. The main reason I did an order with this brand, the Synchro Skin Soft Blurring Primer. I can see through the package right now that I've already used a ton of it. This much left, and I haven't even done the video. That is crazy to me. This is very pricey for 1 ounce of primer, but we'll get into that. And that's kind of it for the video. I picked up these puffs as well, the Shiseido facial cottons. These are, little these are facial cottons, tissues you can use for whatever, toner, removing makeup, mascara. And these are so super soft, so we'll get into that as well. Let's first talk about this brand. It's Japanese. I'm sure most of you have heard of it if you've been around. I'm sure some of you have stopped by their counter, seen them on, advertising to you. This red really does stand out. This is a serum that's been around, not new. I don't believe it's reformulated, but they may be redoing their packaging. When I look at the website, it looks like some of the bottles have changed of this, but it seems to be popular. And because you do your first order with Shiseido online, if you're ordering from the USA, I just really wanted to get this, but in order to get your 15% off, you have to do a minimum spend. So I picked up a skincare product because I believe they're mostly known as a skincare brand more than a makeup brand. I checked out the makeup. I wasn't really super intrigued on anything, to be honest, but I have heard good things about the primer from Andrea Ali. If you follow her, she's a French makeup artist. This was one of her top picks for primers, and I don't have a whole lot of primers. My Victoria Beckham primer I love expired, and I have this Milk Makeup gel primer, but this is a very different texture than the gel, and I wanted to have some variety. But first, let's get into this Power Infusing Concentrate. First off, the bottle kind of looks, I don't know, it's kind of got this shape that goes like this a little bit, but the cap is very annoying because you can't just put it on any old way. You have to put it on a very specific way, otherwise it doesn't click. I don't love that. That's just an annoying step I hate dealing with. But here is what the serum looks like. It is lightweight and cloudy and rather runny, but it feels a little bit more substantial than water. And I think it absorbs into the skin really well, really nicely. I was a little bit confused when I purchased this, like, what is this for? And what does this do? And what are the main ingredients? First off, the scent is very, very light. I wouldn't say it's fragrance free, but it is super light, super nice. I've been using this the past couple weeks, about 2 weeks. Twice a day when I can, at least once a day. So what the technology in here is IMU Generation Red technology. I think mostly this is a antioxidant, anti-aging serum, plumps the skin, hydration. I don't think there's really too many active ingredients in here to really combat aging that you would typically think of. So it's a bit puzzling because of that. So the key ingredients they list on the website and not really highlighted that well in my opinion on the box, is fermented roselle extract, which increases skin's capacity to hold water, prevents elastin degradation for plumper, smoother, and more radiant skin. There's heart leaf extract, which is an Eastern Asian herb to soothe skin and strengthens the protective barrier. Reishi mushroom, rich in antioxidants, hydrates, protects to visibly reduce signs of aging. Iris root extract, known to survive in extreme temperatures, this hardy plant is recognized for its vitality and moisturizing abilities. The second ingredient is glycerin. It does have some alcohol, dimethicone. It does have perfume for sure. Rosa dementia flower water, ginkgo biloba leaf extract. The ingredient list is easily accessible on their website if you guys want to really see all the details. I would say the mushroom extract is at the very bottom, so it's likely not a whole lot in there. Anyways, a lot of natural ingredients. It's hard to tell what this really does in terms of practicality. What does it do for my skin? I'm just gonna keep trying it out and using it, and we'll see what it does. I mean, it's not like I don't use skincare at all, so for me it's kind of hard to like notice big changes especially if it's just kind of a hydration step, but we'll see. It hasn't seemed to affect my skin too much. I will say it's very pricey for sort of I don't know, antioxidant serum. So this is the 30 ml size. They have 15, 50, 75, and 120 on their website. Without a discount, this is $75 full price for 30 ml. A lot of serums come in a 1 ounce size, to be honest. A lot of serums are below and above this price point. I kind of like that it comes in different sizes. If like you're like, oh, this is my do or die, I want to get a huge size of it, I like that they offer that. It must be popular enough to offer that many sizes and have that variety of packaging. That's not like that stuff doesn't cost money. But the funny thing is, I went to, I think it was TJ Maxx, and you'll see a lot of Shiseido stuff. I went to several TJ Maxx's recently. There's a lot of Shiseido stuff, and a lot of this. Every store I went to had this concentrate. So kind of exciting that you can get it at a discount. This last 12 months, I'm not going to open this one, no need to. But it says you are supposed to apply every day after you cleanse your face. So I did just cleanse my face. I didn't do a toner first, but you could. And then this would be your first serum step. You can kind of think of this as an essence. It's really lightweight. It's not, I mean, I can't feel it anymore at all. It does sort of soften the face a bit. I wouldn't say it's super hydrating though. Like, I would want more than this. So first impressions, I'm not like gonna tell you the long-term effects yet, but first impressions, I'm like, I don't know about this, but I'll keep using it. It doesn't seem like immediately to do a whole lot for me personally, but who knows? Maybe it just takes some time. But I wanted to just kind of try something different, and that's what that is. But as you guys know, I'm here for the primer, this soft blur. It's a name that has, a lot of promises. When you promise blurring, people get really excited. I'll show you what it looks like. I'll do a demo. We'll put some makeup on top of it. I wouldn't say it's really a blurring effect, but it does kind of give a slightly mattified effect. So this is $36. I believe this is considered a water-based primer. It says it mattifies and blurs. I think I threw away the box of the primer, but use advanced light diffusion technology to refine the appearance of pores. erase excess shine and blur imperfections for a soft focus finish. This is a cream to powder formula. It's weightless, water-based, syncs seamlessly with all skin types and skin tones for a soft focus finish. It has snowflake powder, sebum catch powder, Synchro skin soft blurring primer, absorbs oil and sweat. Natural correcting powder, conceals unevenness, 8-hour hydration, blurs and mattifies, absorbs oil, colorless, water-based. I think I gave you the gist of what it's supposed to do. Kind of a lot of promises. I'm going to show you what this looks like, and you guys can, as I said, I've already used a lot. Can't believe it. It's white. It's, you know, pretty milky, lightweight. You guys can sort of see starts out pretty shiny. That is what it's like. I'm gonna apply this to the face. A little bit more because it dried pretty quickly on the skin. So I'm just gonna make sure it's really on the T-zone and in my big pore areas. You can, of course, put it wherever you want. But I like to make sure it's on the nose. And it definitely... It's not a glowy primer. You can see it sort of mattify right away. I don't know if you can see. I don't really think it blurs. It's not like a super silicone-y, pore-filling type of primer, but it does, you get that powdery feel right away. That sort of like, I don't know how to describe it. Just almost like a film over the face. And that, I think, is the star feature of it, is that it is going to help with combo skin. This one I've been liking in the winter, but I think I'm really going to like it in the summer when my skin temperature really warms up. I'm going to need as much help as I can get to mattify, and having that sort of a primer without it being too overly mattifying is nice. Here's the box right in front of me. I am blind sometimes. So apply with fingertip. Weightless, silky, smooth texture. This is 1 ounce. It does have silicone in it. And yeah. Okay. So a lot of primers have silicone. So here's the little box here. This is what it comes in. It's a very tiny tube, and I've already used a lot. It seems. It does not come completely full. It does have air in it. But I'm going to try a foundation with it. I don't know that I have too much else to talk about this. This is kind of expensive for how much you get. But these are some of the softest cotton pads. 165 sheets I've ever tried. Very gentle. You want to be gentle around the eye area. Something nice and fluffy and soft without it being like a big puff ball. This is really nice. Very cloud-like. I like these. Okay, so on to the makeup. So I thought it would be, I don't know, I could definitely try, I'll be trying this primer in other videos, but I wanted to try it with the Synchro Skin foundation. This is the self-refreshing one. Has SPF 30. It is oil-free. I have the shade 140 Porcelain. It's been a long time since I've used it, but I've been using a lot lately. And for situations where I don't want to get shiny, I've actually been loving this combination with the primer. So it is not a dewy foundation, not a matte, but it leans a little bit more on the more natural matte side. I don't know. It's definitely not dewy. So I'm going to apply this foundation with a brush first and then blend it out with a sponge. I don't want to go crazy on the coverage because this is just for demonstration purposes with the primer. I will show you a clip of the primer with a different foundation in this video so you can see, like, does it really help with shine or not? All right, so I wanted to show you what this primer kind of does for a foundation after several hours of wear. We're talking like, oh, a good 8 hours or 6 hours. And this is I use the soft blurring primer and the Merit, what is this? Minimalist concealer stick, complexion stick in the shade Dune. This is the foundation I use. It's very light. I blend it in and then I use a concealer under my eyes and that's it. So you can see there's not a lot of coverage to this product. You can try to layer it, but I feel it gets a little bit thick. Even though it's not full coverage, I just feel like it feels a little bit heavy just because it's a stick format. And it is sort of concentrated. You can spot conceal with it as well. And you guys can see I have a bit of a glow going. That is my natural oils coming through. I did not powder today because it was very much a rainy, cooler day, not super cold. But I wanted to see if this primer does sort of help with longevity, even if I don't powder it, and that being it being a cooler day does really help with the grease, the shine. And so I just wanted to see, like, because it is a blurring and I find it to be a bit mattifying, does this help at all? And I feel like the coverage on my nose is pretty much gone, so, and on my cheek, so I don't know that it really helped with longevity, but I wouldn't say it's the primer's fault. I would say it's more of the foundation's fault from just kind of my skin eating it. I mean, it doesn't look bad. It kind of, I have a very natural, you can see my skin. It doesn't look like I have makeup on, but I kind of still do. So I wouldn't say, I don't know. I just wanted to film this segment after many hours of wearing makeup just to show you the primer. It's not gonna like do miracles if you have a foundation that's lighter. It's not going to keep that foundation on forever. So just wanted to show you that. Putting a matte primer everywhere can be challenging with someone with no aging combo skin. I don't want to think of my skin as aging. Not that's a bad thing, but that is kind of the reality. My skin is aging. Okay, so I need to blend this out with a sponge, so I will be back. As I said, I haven't used this foundation in probably over 6 months, to be honest, and it's really nice. I think it works really beautifully with this primer, but I have used the primer with many other foundations and have liked it as well. Sometimes it doesn't really change the way my feelings about a foundation, you know, it doesn't really change too much, but other times I've felt like, oh, it's been a positive addition to my makeup base. So I just, you know, sometimes it's good to change it up. These, as I said, these two products from Shiseido are not new. I think I probably could have benefited from putting a moisturizer on before I applied this and the primer, but that's okay. You guys can see on my raw skin here. So that's what this foundation and primer combo looks like freshly applied. I think it really is natural. I see some dry spots on my forehead up here. I may do some exfoliation later, but so I'm not gonna apply any concealer. I think you don't really need to conceal it. I don't think I need to apply concealer to demonstrate the primer, but I think you can see I have a really smooth finish and my pores look really good with this combination, so I like that. I need to keep this in the bank, the memory bank, that this combo works really well. It's pretty sturdy. I've worn it with a powder. It holds up pretty well. So yeah, winning combination, this primer. I have to say I've been using it quite a bit before I filmed this video, so it's not really first impressions at all, and been loving it so far. Even in the winter, I will note that I have some dry areas, so I wouldn't go too heavy on the powder, at least today, because I have visibly some flakes. I probably would skip it. But if I really want to avoid any kind of shine, or, you know, minimize it as much as possible, I probably would do a light setting powder. But it looks like my skin. Really can't complain. I know some people don't like this version of their foundation. There's another version that people prefer. But this one, I mean, I think I just put it to the side because I had other foundations, but I don't know, maybe it's the primer that's making me like this one again. Sometimes funny how things work like that. Anyways, that's kind of it for the video. I got the cotton pads, the concentrate, the new primer, new to me, and Shiseido is pretty impressive so far. I think another popular skincare product that I am curious about picking up in the future because it's so popular is their cleansing oil to remove makeup. I just know for me personally, I am not in the market for one. I have a lot of good ones that I already have been loving and using, so do I really need another oil? No, I probably could go a couple years without buying another oil cleanser. So I'm going to hold off on picking that up, but I know some of you really love their cleansing oil. I heard it's spectacular. They have different versions of it, and you guys seem to really love that. So maybe in the future. But if there's anything else from Shiseido that you guys really love that you want me to try, skincare, makeup, let me know. Put a comment below. If you like this video, click the thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.